My name's Desiree Davidson, and I've been a patient partner with Adaptable now for 5 years. With me today is Skylar and Greg. Both of these were members of the Adaptable program. Greg as a patient partner, Skylar as an investigator, principal investigator. Let me give you a little background on how I got involved with this program. I retired and began to look for a new physician. And that physician began to take my medical background and told me about the Adaptable program. In the program, it made me kind of interested because I'm recently retired. I'm looking for something in anything. And then I began to meet with the facilitator and 9 other adapters over time.
As adapters, we were 9 patient partners that represented what are known as clinical research networks across this PCORnet. And representing those networks meant that we come from all across the country, come from diverse backgrounds, come from diverse career trajectories. We all do different sorts of things. And our role really was to try and look at a study from the perspective of the patient. And so we had a great opportunity and a wonderful connection with our clinical research partners to think about all the ways in which research could be done differently if we had a patient partner's voice in every aspect of the study.
The purpose of this program was to really take a hard look at the dosage that you were taking of aspirin. Aspirin was primarily diagnosed for you going years back for anyone that had a heart attack, to prevent a stroke or a second heart attack. The amount of the dosage varied depending on the doctor. It could have been 81 or 325.
The people who actually helped to advance science, the people who we are most grateful for, because without you, there would be no Adaptable. And so this allows us a chance to be a part of a special community that allows us all to see, whether 81 or 325, we'll learn about those results, but also maybe more importantly, the way in which we can do research really differently in the future to be more cost effective and be more patient-centered.
It really did take a huge team effort to get this study done, and we appreciate all of your dedication and participation during our study. In terms of the aspirin question, there were no differences in the occurrence of death, hospitalization for heart attack, or hospitalization for stroke, or major bleeding between the 2 study doses, 81 milligrams and 325 milligrams. And so we do think, and we want this to be a main message, that patients who have established cardiovascular disease should be on aspirin, but again, no differences between the 2 doses. There was dose switching, and in fact, patients who were on the 325 milligram dose stopped taking aspirin more frequently and switched to the 81 milligram dose of aspirin more frequently. And so that may have implications for how to interpret that. And we're doing some more investigation to figure it out. Yeah, I've been thinking about how to talk to my patients in clinic or in the hospital about aspirin dosing based on these results. And I think that what I would say in the context of what we are going to call a generally neutral trial result is if you're on 81 milligrams, you should probably continue 81 milligrams. And if you're reinitiating aspirin after having stopped it, recognizing that we really think that it's important to take aspirin, that taking 81 milligrams is probably the right choice, given it's more able to be tolerated, as well as there's no difference between 81 and 325. Now, there was a signal that 325 milligrams in those patients who could tolerate it and stay on it was actually very effective. And so that's where we would recommend that you speak to your clinician. This has been such an amazing journey. I think that one of the great things about this is the relationships that we've developed together. I met Desiree in Chicago, Greg in Ann Arbor, probably 2016, 2017. So we've gotten to know each other. As we apply the kind of experiences that we've had, the friendships, the partnership that we've had, I think as we move forward, we need to break down the kind of dogmatic design and the barriers that we put up for studies that we've done in the past, and co-create and continue to work together on studies so that we make sure that we keep patients and participants at the center of our conversation and at the center of why we're doing this.
One of the great things about being part of Adaptable is it gave me an opportunity to truly understand research. And so what I'd offer to anyone who's listening to this, who's a patient partner, is an opportunity that you now have to go from a participant to somebody who could be actively involved in studies in the future. I think the more we find patients who can talk about their experience, can help researchers understand what it means to live with heart disease, I think the more likely we will be in changing the way in which research can be done into the future.
As you can tell, we're really proud patient partners in this program. We invested 5 years or thereabouts into the program and became a real close-knit group. I don't understand how these things were done prior to this Adaptable program. I don't understand how you can do it any other way.